this pretty girl is due to have another baby. Those are bananas. Yes, we have gators sometimes. Hey y'all, Amy here and welcome back to the farm. Today we're going to be getting some projects done. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing we did today is we picked up sticks and limbs that had fallen during Debbie. Got a whole bit of mess cleaned up. There's still a little bit to do out by the pond, but for the most part, everything's all cleaned up. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be replacing a little gate right back here. But somebody's coming up here that I want to talk to you about real quick. This is Dandelion. Dandelion had a baby last year. Her name was Honey. And now this pretty girl is due to have another baby. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Pretty girl. You can't really tell how big she is. She got so dirty in the storm. These girls like to roll in the mud, don't you? It's hot, isn't it? Yeah. You big old pregnant mama. Big old pregnant mama. I don't know if you can see her belly. Hold it out here. See, it's not showing up too big on camera, but okay, she got a big old belly. And so donkeys have a tiny little milk bag, but can you see how it's all filled? She's all filled, y'all. She looks like she's dropped. So I'm thinking it's going to be really soon. Now, donkey's gestation period is 12 to 14 months. And she crossed the 12-month mark from the last time that she was exposed. Or exposed to the stallion. So I think that is going to be really soon. She's showing the signs. She hasn't she's not as big as you would think she would be. But she's probably got a little baby in there. I don't think it's too big. Just a nice little donkey baby. I keep watching her over there. I was afraid she might go during Hurricane Debbie, but she didn't. So that was good. But yeah, I keep watching her for signs and I think it's gonna be really soon. And then this one, she's walking away. Sky here, her last baby was during Hurricane Idalia, which was last year, and she lost her baby that was born in the storm. But I believe she's also pregnant, but she's not due yet. Okay, the next project is fixing some wire back here, but y'all, I just walked over to open this gate for Brian. This is our banana tree here. Y'all, look. Those are bananas. How cool is that? This thing has died back every year and not lasted long enough to give us bananas, but look, it's a bunch of bananas. Y'all, this, at the bottom, there's the bananas. This at the bottom is like a big bloom. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. The leaves are supposed to be like this, but the storms, when they blow in the storm, they strip like this. That's not what it's supposed to look like. These new leaves down here, that's, a banana leaf. That's really cool. This thing is huge now, y'all. Okay, next project this evening is there's a bunch more birds. The shade cloth for the boys' pen. It got all stretched out and had a few rips in it. when the storm came through, so we gotta tighten that back up. I'm gonna tie Toby so I don't get rammed in the knee. Okay, actually, y'all, I'm not gonna tie Toby. I'm just gonna take my chances because I don't want to tie him up and then Fred decide to be mean to him. So I'm just gonna wait. What? 2 more tacks. Okay. Tacks. I turned the fence off, so. Lots of goats, y'all. Lots of goats. That. Boys. Don't mess with it. Toby. Don't. Toby. This isn't working. Ta-da! That's fixed. Next. Alright, we all got on side by side and we came back here to check these pear trees. Can you see that there's a bunch of pears on them? I think they're about ready. Brian picked one. Here. Is it ready?
I don't know. He knows.
These are Bradford pears, and typically when you pick them before they're ripe, and you let them sit for about a week, and then you do with whatever you're gonna do with them. They make really good pear butter. stopped projects for the evening because I needed to feed up. And we had some rain coming. So I wanted to tell y'all a couple things though real quick before the rain comes. This, as you can see, is Batman, my smiling boy. Well, he's not mine, he's Levi's. But Batman, back up. You can't, dude. Hey, Sarah Jane. Batman, he's just rubbing on the camera. Okay, so Batman is my weather. I now have 3 weathers. Batman, Zach, and Dino. And Batman, great dude. So Batman here, he gets along so much better with ladies, y'all. And so he needed to come live over here. Okay, he just needed to come back. Annabelle is his best friend in the world. And so he's come back over here because he was a companion to Toby when I only had Toby over there. Toby and the 2 white boys, the dogs. So now Batman is here with the girls where he prefers to be. I'm gonna go tell y'all something about them over there, but Brian's moving some hay for me. Let me go tell him something and then we'll talk those goats. All right, it's getting windy, y'all, with the rain blowing in, but they've already eaten. They act like they're starving. They're not. Okay, it's about time. It's about time for the boys to go to the boy pen and that gate back there to be opened and the girls to, sorry, privacy. Are you done? Okay. And the girls to be all together. Now, I'm torn about this little fella here. This one's Kimbo. This is my little buck that acts like a weather. These are the 5 that came from my friend Kenzie's house. And he's intact, but he doesn't do any bucky things at all. And I don't want, he's so little, and I don't want him to get picked on horribly over there by the boys. But at the same time, when I think about it, I feel like JJ and Fred and Toby are all gonna be the ones constantly having issues with each other at first. And then I don't think Kimbo, because he doesn't even smell like a buck, I don't think he'll be in the middle of anything. And he may just hang out with Dino and Zach and be fine, you know? So we're gonna try it. But the reason I'm over here is to tell you that it's time to move them. But also, I don't think any of these girls are pregnant. I don't. Because this one right here, this little black girl, Diamond, she appears to be entering a heat cycle. Okay, so the signs of a goat in heat. Typically a buck in there will let you know when it's starting to be time. He starts showing a whole lot of interest in them. There's a lot of talking. You have an ant on your foot, dear? And their backside will swell up a little bit, get poofy. Sometimes there's a little bit of like discharge and things. So this little girl, Diamond, who I was almost certain, are you standing in ants? Move if you're standing in ants. Diamond. She's all swollen in the back, and JJ has been talking to her all day long. I haven't seen him do anything yet. Goats, a heat cycle for a goat is in phases, and she won't immediately stand for him at the very beginning of her heat cycle. So she hasn't stood yet. She hasn't really let him do anything. He's not super excited right now, but he's definitely talking to her a lot, spending a lot of time with her. So don't do that, you'll get your head stuck. So, can you see him back there? Just hanging with her. So, what I'm seriously considering doing, hey Ginger, is instead of pairing my Nubian Sarah Jane with my little pygmy Fred, make a kinder baby. I'm seriously considering, if Diamond here, little Diamond, isn't bred, she is a Boer mix. She's small. If I paired her with Fred, I wouldn't be giving up my Nubian babies to sell, and it'd be just a cute mixed breed. So I'm seriously thinking about doing that. The last time I put them together, I either bring one of them, I would bring my buck over and put it here in my backyard, and then just put her through that gate right there and let her be on this side with him. I've done that before with Toby and Jenny. When Jenny where is Jenny? Oh, she's out grazing. When Jenny wouldn't stand for him. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about it. Because in all honesty, I really would like, if I had another option to use Fred, then I would like my Nubians to stay with my Nubians, and then I could get a cute little mixed breed in her. Which I do want a kinder though. Because see, I would like to have a kinder to keep. And if Sarah Jane had a kinder baby, a little girl, not out of Toby, I could keep her because Toby's my buck, and it would be fine to breed with him later because she'd be kinder, she'd be part Nubian. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. It has so many options. It's really cool though. It's cool to think about the matches and the pairing and what I could do, but sometimes, like, when it's time, you gotta decide. Like right now, there's no more time. No more time for talking. You gotta get to it. Okay, anyway, that's all. I was just gonna tell you about, they're gonna be moving soon, probably tomorrow, and I will bring y'all along for that, and it's gonna be interesting. I'll be honest with you, that big boy right there worries me a little bit with the other two bucks, but the other ones went much better than I expected, so I'm just gonna assume and hope for the best and not worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it because Brian will be here if there's any problems, and he will help me deal with it, and because he's a lot stronger than I am. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. For real. It'd be fine, right? Everything will be fine. Okay, so she might actually be coming into heat too. He's back and forth between the two, but she keeps laying down so he can't mess with her. But anyway, so if she comes into heat, it's gonna, okay, if she comes back into heat and she's in heat and Jenny was in heat, does that mean that he doesn't work? Does that mean, Ruby Rube, does that mean, Rex, don't bump it, that he is sterile? Ruby says hi. Because that's a possibility, y'all. That's a possibility. Because Kenzie had them for several months and none of them ever had babies. Like, she had them from October of 2023 all the way to July of 24. So that's a long time for a buck to be with girls, especially all over winter, and none of them to have babies. So there's a chance he's sterile. And if that's the case, I will know if he is if Willow comes back into heat. Willow's very obvious when she's in heat. She acts like a buck herself. She's a mess. And if she comes back into heat after I absolutely positively am certain that he did all of it, then he wouldn't work. So that's a possibility. That is on the table. So we're gonna see what happens. This is he's a wait and see situation. All right, y'all. So that's gonna do it for this evening. I'm about to go in, get kids put to bed and things. It's getting late. Now it's gonna get windy. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me or not. I always put my hand here to block the sound, and I don't know if it works or not. But anyway, we're gonna call it a day, and I will video tomorrow as I move goats around, because I'm not gonna leave y'all out of that. Well, I'll show y'all that. And until next time. Oh, hey. Oh gosh.
Keep on the sunny side.
Keep on the sunny side.